At RaiseCredit.com, we know it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. At RaiseCredit.com, we've got your back up. You can get the life you really want. RaiseCredit.com.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. All right, RaysWebinar.com. Ultimate goal is to help people as much as I can. Been doing this for 43 years. This morning I took a bunch of calls from non-clients. Wanted to feel their feedback and see how I could help them too. And a lot of you are new as well. So let's find out. Let's see if we can build that relationship. All right, let's see if we can get you past what I call gold. All right, the main thing is information is protected many, many ways. What happens to most of us, unfortunately, we get knocked down. And usually it's friend, family, or something in your way, and they try to take it away, or you just kind of give up. It's like we get in that hesitation. Why try? Well, we got to keep trying. I used to teach people, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. And if you're not trying, you might as well give it up. Get a tablet and pen. Let's see if I can answer some questions to you and give you some information to change what you're doing today. By the way, I'm also going to give you some things that you're going to learn you probably never heard before. I'd like you to write down a phone number. It's toll free. It's 800, it's 510-3338. You see, I was helping Credit Hotline at the beginning of the year and last year as well, and then they shut down their office in March because of COVID-19. Most employees went home to get their COVID-19 check. So I basically wanted to see how I could help the people. The phone system got changed 2 times, and then guess what? Spectrum bought out phone companies, Time Warner, and all this crazy stuff. So I want to always make sure you have the direct line to the office that I'm at. It's 800, again, toll free, 3338. So as we do this today, I want you to kind of get to know me a little bit. I want you to understand, it's not easy. It's never been easy getting the American dream because everybody doesn't want you to get it. Your friends and family, if you do better than them, they're going to hate you. Isn't that terrible? So I want you to do what I always did. I want you to plan the problem. That's right. You got to realize, plan the problem and have what's called safety credit. See, I'd like to change your whole life if you allow me to. But again, you got to get to know me, see if I'm full of you-know-what. All right, but I've been doing it 43 years. Been retired for about 20. Don't need a paycheck. So safety credit's pretty simple. Here's a Venture and a Venture One card from Capital One. They're $50,000 apiece. But the problem with personal credit is this: you can't write off the interest rate or the card. So we've got to use it as safety credit and not jack it up like we usually do when we're young, because we think it's free money until the bill comes in and then we want to scream. Understand something today: the line of defense. All I know is I learned the line of defense when I was in martial arts at 4 years old. So the bottom line is the discipline gave it to me to always be on what? Guard and have a defense. So let's understand something today. Please write down, never bring the pain home. Now, I think we're all Humpty Dumptys. Either way, we're going to get knocked down. We're going to have to get back up again and know how to do it right. My journey, when I was a little boy, because I didn't get the magazines and the things that I wanted, I kept ripping out pages, all right, having fun, because I wanted a mommy and a daddy, probably like you got. I didn't get one. I got used and abused. That wasn't any fun either. But then out of those magazines, I ripped out all the mansions and the cars and the money. You see, I wanted it too. So today, let's see if your journey can begin with me, and we'll have some fun, and I'll actually do the work for you so you can't screw it up, okay? All right, because that's the thing. When you learn something new, it's like, do I really know how to do it at all? It's kind of like the man who puts those bicycles together for his kids and have extra parts. Oh my goodness, let's pray they don't fall down today. Getting past go, pretty simple with me. I got dropped off at Redondo Beach Pier right there from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope got her weekly and monthly checks. I got to be with from 3 to 10 years old. I call her the she-devil from hell. I mean, who drops off a little baby at 3 years old at the friggin' pier at 6:30 and says, I'll pick you up at 5 o'clock, make sure you're here, I'll leave you there? Well, she did it every day, 7 days a week. So I learned to steal and I learned to beg. By the way, even eat out of a trash can too. That kind of sucks. You know what we get to do? Let's see how I did so far. Because I was pissed off. I wanted to make sure I got out of hell. All right, I was lucky too. God gave me an IQ off the chart. Total recall on most things. At the time, I'm reading a page at a time. I used to freak out my teachers. That was fun. By the way, I got my Lamborghini collection, got my Duffys. I got my 6 mansions. I broke world records too. That was fun. I parked my race boat in my backyard. I got my helicopter. Hell, I got my yacht too. And then I got Ferraris as well. How'd I do so far? You see, here's the thing. This isn't to show off. This is to show you flat out. You can do it too. I was born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She was 15 years old, a daughter of a billionaire family. She wanted a little girl. She thought she could keep it. The reality is I was a boy. I got a wee-wee. She gave me a girl's name and raised my middle name. And then she threw me away like a piece of crap. So the bottom line is I fought to get out of hell. And if I can do it, so can you. Write down Ray's rules today. 43 years ago, I wrote Winning the Game of Business. You see, I had to move 24 times till I'm basically 11 and a half years old. Those people were mean to me on the 1st and the 15th, probably because the rent or the mortgage was due. Got to make an excuse for them because they were not nice at all. Now, as a kid, I connected the dots. You see, I heard a corporation's a legal person at 7.5 years old. By the time I was done reading every book I got my hands on at the library, I started Helping Hand Industries. Here's a 9.5-year-old kid, starts Helping Hand Industries, brings in $100,000 and get grant money too. How'd I do? Then I brought in $1 million at 14, double billion at 26. Still having fun, still playing with you. You see, for over 43 years, all right, at every seminar and workshop and boot camp, you get stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. But the bottom line is, you. It's like you're stuck. And when I tell you to do this and that, only 50% of you do. The other ones are just lazy. It's kind of crazy, don't you think? Everybody says they want the $1 million dream. I can guarantee it. All right, I can do the work for you and show you how to play the game. But you're going to have to listen and learn. And you're going to have to open up your concept and what you really want to do. Raise rules. Never bring the pain home, because that's called silly and dumb. Today, we got the 3rd of December today. Now, what does that mean for you? All right? It sucks. Here's your life. What is this? This is an hourglass. Who invented it, by the way? Benjamin Franklin, by the way. Did you know this means your life is running out of time for this year? You see, what's going to happen in the next 10 days, if you don't get a corporation division set up or get your reports ordered right away so I can tear it apart and do a rapid rescore before the end of the year, you just screwed up. Sorry, it's just the truth. Because I want to get you $100,000 of personal credit like here, but I want to get you $100,000 of bills, corporate credit. See, I love corporate credit. You want to know why? I can write off the card at the interest rate too. I'm allowed to, so are you. Wouldn't that be fun if you learn how to play the game? I know that some of you today, you got a corporation. Oh, goody for you. You got a stock kit too. You spend $3,000 and don't have a damn thing to show for it as well. Most of you have wasted thousands of dollars on a bunch of crap. But the reality is, I just tell it like it is. By the way, not everybody likes me. And no, everybody likes you either. So reality is, guess what we get to do? In 1998, I got written up in Inc. magazine. See, I was building millions of dollars of credit like this in my hand through the corporations and tax IDs. That's why that front cover says use plastic to finance your business. Maybe today I can get you to listen to me. Who knows? You see, I built $1 million for my cat. I did it for Monica's cat too. You think if I can build $1 million $1 million of credit for my cat, I can do it for you? What do you think? Look at the calendar today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't control time, neither do you. If you look at the calendar today, you'll find out, based on getting the corporation, the tax IDs, and all the pieces for you, you got less than 10 working days left before the end of the year. You got to realize something. If you listen carefully, 2020, 1 fiscal year, 2021, 2 years, I can go after 9 lines of credit. They don't need a tax return up to $150,000 apiece. Next year should be your blackjack year. You should be a winner. But again, what have you been doing all your life since to this day? I'll bet you I'm going to show you things that you wish you knew before, and you wouldn't have screwed it up and brought the pain home at all. Let's understand something today. You lose your job, you got an emergency. What's going to happen next? Happens to everybody, unless they listen to me. You run out of time, you run out of money, and you jack up your credit again in 42 days. Goody for you. You brought the pain home. Why would you do that at all? You're using the wrong money anyway. I don't get it. All I keep finding is millions of people screwing up and not listening and knowing to follow through. You see, getting to know me, I'm the guy that got to teach Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW and Aspiring years ago. Why don't you write down Credit Services Act? Later on, Google it. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It'll tell you basically that credit repair is a scam, and they're allowed to collect money up front. One of the calls I took this morning from non-clients, he's been with Lexington Law for 10 years at $99 a month. Just I didn't want to tell him that's the stupidest thing I ever heard, because he would have probably took it the wrong way. But can you imagine that? All right, writing stupid letters, it's not mine, I was never late, and expecting that to work. Don't worry, some of you already did that, and you think you got away with it. Oh, goody. You didn't seal the record like we did at Witness Protection. You didn't do a rapid refresh, and it's all coming back between now and the next 24 months. Congratulations. It'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, too. Look it up. It's flat out. It tells you the rules and the tools, and it tells you attorneys can't do credit repair. Now what are you supposed to do? Oh, goody. You're going to keep guessing and listening to your friends and family? Or if those are the ones that knocked you down last? You might want to play with me this Saturday all day from 7 a.m. I got 9 classes to play with you if you want to. So what are we going to do? Years ago, 33 years ago, with Ken Yarborough and Harold Stokes, I created something called rapid scoring for your mortgage companies, and they use it every day. Then a couple years ago, I came up with rapid refresh. You see, what it does is it blocks your crap, and it pushes your score up to an 820 and more. Would you like that today? Here's an example from Credit Karma, because it's free. They had a 500. I pushed it 157 to a 708. Then I pushed it to an 820. Let me know if you want one of these. The reality is you're going to have to play with me, and you're going to have to go to the workshops to learn not to screw this up anymore. By the way, ladies, please pull out your Social Security card. It's in your purse, probably next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's probably in your back pocket, too. You need to learn to raise rules. Did you know the Federal Trade Commission today says 97% are screwed up? Would that be you? Did you know the reason you got an SSN card when you were a teenager is because you were told to, like we all are, like a bunch of sheep? We got the SSN, then we got the job. Did you know it connected to the 1040 tax return? Today you're going to connect some dots. Now when you look at the card I told you to get out of your personal wallet, it'll say do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, don't carry with you. It's not even yours. Congratulations, here's the application you filled out as a teenager. Look at the card in front of you. It says property of social administration and not you. Did you know the creditors use it and abuse it and they're not allowed to? So a rapid score, what it does is it blocks your crap and it shoots your score to an 820. Would you like one of these today? Let me know, because you're going to have to learn how to seal your record and rapid refresh. And understand, I invented it. I own the rules and the tools. No one on the planet can do it besides me. Won't that be fun for you? So you get stuck with me no matter what you say or do. I like that. It's kind of fun. Now, what I like to do is repackage your life. All right? You see, I brought in $2 billion at 26. Did pretty good, huh? Now, if I repackage your life, remember, your house, your car, your bank account, you should write those three things down. I want to do everything you do. Sorry, I think you've been screwing up since day one because you didn't know how to play. Today, I'm going to teach you how to play just a little bit. See, credit saved my life as a kid, as an adult. So I like credit, but I don't use it and abuse it and think it's free money. Till the bill comes in like some of you did? No. Did you know that most of you hear rainy day, blah, blah, blah. All that is crapola. Don't have money for a rainy day. My life, it never rains, it always pours. You ever notice that? But understand something today. It's pretty simple to do. Let's think about it. Let's think about you today. Let's say and pretend you got an emergency. You got one now. You need $5,000. Go ask your friends, your family in the bank. They all say no. Good for you. If you had a safety credit card in your hand like I do, or the one on the screen, and you had to max it out, guess what happens? You solved your problem, and the payment's $50 a month. I'll bet you waste that every other day. That's what they say you do. So let's understand something today. They also say, the system says, statistics say you waste $140 a week. Is that true? Now this Venture and Venture One card is $50,000 a piece. $100,000 can't write off the card of the interest rate. Let's think about something today. If I had to use one of those cards to max it out, the payment is $612.26. For what the average person wastes or pisses away every month, I would have bought you 2 pizza restaurants. That's $24,000 of cash flow. If you're going to screw it up, why don't you get into business and make some damn money today? It's not hard to do, so do yourself a favor. Stop wasting money. Understand, you got to learn how to play the game. You're going to get knocked down again and again. It's just typical people. All right? If you get something like I had my Lamborghini or my Ferraris, they hate you. But they never were mine. They belong to the corporation, of course. So plan the problem. Have the safety credit. Have the line of defense too. Do you know today, if you drive around the city you live in, you're going to see Wells Fargo, Bank of America, U.S. Bank, or it could be a Chase Bank too. They shut down a location. They bankrupt that piece. They wrote it off their damn taxes because they're allowed to. You're going to see a grocery store do that too. Why haven't you basically set up your line of defense? Are these turned on today? Something wrong with you? All right, maybe mommy dropped you when you were a baby or something. I don't know. I don't get it at all. Why would you bring the pain home when you didn't have to in the first place? So you got a choice. Let's remember something today. Set your goals and go get them. I reached every goal by the time I was 26. So believe in yourself today. I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, that just proved white men do jump. It also proves that people say that they don't. It's called they're stupid. All right, white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Remember something today. When someone says you can't do this or that, don't listen to those dummies. God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you go get it? Why don't you go get it? You see, you use your SSN and you screwed up because you got one of these and you became the duck. Kind of sucks. You remember, like I said, the SSN equaled the 1040 tax return. That's all it was for in the first place. So let's understand something as you connect the dots today. Yes, you got an Aspirian, an Equifax, a TransUnion too. Oh, goody for you. You jacked up the cards past 29%. You dropped your score, got stuck. Heck, you couldn't get any more. Is that about true about you today? You've been using the wrong money anyway. SSN, the other reason we got one, we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. So understand, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So do yourself a favor right now. Take that tablet and pen. Write down Ray's rules. First thing you're going to have is $100,000 of credit. And don't tell me it's too much. Problem is, when you lost your job the last time, it scared the hell out of you. Feed your family, pay the bills. All right, you backed yourself in a corner. No more. No more at all. You use 29%, period. That would give you $71,000 of safety credit. Don't you understand? I died with pandemic number 9. Now we got number 19. What about 2026 is coming along? You better damn well be ready. Because this time you weren't ready at all. What you should not ever do is take the money and the credit from the family and roll the dice and hurt the family some more. Why would you do that? I don't get it. All right? Never bring the pain home. You're using the wrong money in the first place. I don't understand this at all. But again, today we're going to give you a little overview. All right? Because you're going to have to pay attention today if you really want to go get it. See, we all got a sad story to tell. I'm in a coma there at 5.5 years old. I hit the curb with my face at 40 miles an hour going, plop! They told me I'd never walk again in my life. I got up anyway. There's me in another coma in 2009. I got to do this twice. See, there I am laying in the hospital on July 5th, 2009 at 5:41. I get to die. It kind of sucks. So let's understand something today. All right, they couldn't make up their mind they're going to call it swine flu, pneumonia, pandemic 9, COVID-9, or H1N1 too. The bottom line is pretty simple. There's my corporate yacht and my race boat parked in my backyard. Where you park yours? You see, I'm the most verified person on the planet today. I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I got no BS, but I'll tell you the truth. And if I got to yank you up the hill, I'll do that too. Because sometimes you're the only one in your way is you. H1N1, I don't care what they want to call it at all. Someone came on my yacht. All right, should have wore a mask or shouldn't have been on the yacht at all. I get to die? Are you kidding me? With billions of dollars and I still get to die? That kind of sucks. But I made a promise to help people the rest of my life like you. Because I got to have fun. I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. So for 5 weeks I walked around with an oxygen tank. I didn't have a mommy and a daddy say, help me, please. So guess what I had to do? Count on God and me once again. I knew how to put my credit score back to an 820 in 5 weeks. I popped $1 million of credit card right after that, too. You see, I don't stay down, and from now on, if you play with me, neither will you, too. You got the ability to listen and learn today, and I pray you do. You see, God saved me to come help you. All right, let's pay attention today. You see, you got COVID-19 now. All right, we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. I'd tell you to wear a mask. I wish somebody wore a mask and they'd come on my yacht in 2009 because I got to lay there in the hospital and being dead. That kind of sucks. If I knew to wear a mask or a bubble around my head versus laying there being dead, I would have did that too. See, you get a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one you going to pick? This is up to you. All I know is I can take anybody from homeless, which I've done millions and millions of times, and turn them into millionaires because it's fun for me. So what are we going to do today? We're going to go chase the money. I love money. It's one of my top 10 things I love best. Not my top 5, but it's in the top 10. See, I have total recall. That means if I close my eyes and I think when I was 3, not only will I be back on the pier, I'd be stealing, begging, eating out of that same friggin' trash can. And what money does for me, I don't have to steal and beg anymore. I can pay my bills, feed my family. I can help people like you. I haven't had a damn paycheck for 20 years. I don't want one at all. So today, pay attention. And if you don't want it bad enough, that's on you. All as I know is I make millionaires and billionaires all the time. That's just half the fun. 9 out of 10 people like you. You hate your job today. Goody. We're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. Go ahead. Eventually, they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? It's not mine, but it could be yours. You never know. Now, we had a meeting yesterday with all the salespeople in this office I have here today, and they're basically in trouble. Their Christmas bonus is in trouble. I had a fire in my backyard a week and a half ago. Trees fell down. We got a crook that hacked us. We had all this. Now my daughter's got basically a fire in her backyard today. So everything's going crazy with COVID-19 and all the stuff we're having going through. So today, I told them I'd do my best to get discounts to you so they can get their Christmas bonus. But again, that's up to you. All I know is when I was 7.5 years old, and I was at Mrs. Hope's from 3 to 10. They had a poker game every Wednesday night. I stood outside my bedroom, which is actually the pantry, by the way. All right, and I wrote my little notes because I listened to their poker game. They thought I was weird. It's probably true. But you know what they said that day? They said a corporation's a legal person. Write it down. Listen carefully. There'll be times I will tell you what to do. If you allow me to, I'll change your life. But if that just offends you, I'm sorry, that's just who I am. I tell it like it is. You know what I did the next day because I couldn't sleep all night? I rode my little bicycle to the Torrance Police Department because there was a library next door. I went in and said, ma'am, could you help me, please? What does this mean? Here's a microfiche, here's a buck. You know, I can guarantee every one of you have wasted thousands of dollars. You bought a book, How to Get Secrets or Build a Business and blah, blah, blah today. If they're not handing you $100,000 to $1 million of money and credit, at the end of the day, it's just blah, blah, blah. All right, the bottom line is for you. I got pissed off that day. And when I get pissed off, I take it internally. I queue out the chart, total recall, read the book one page at a time. You know what didn't exist? The damn blueprint or the instruction manual to get to the $1 million dream. You've been looking for all your life. All you had to do is find me. It's kind of fun too. So you know what I did? I wrote the blueprint for all of you. If you pay attention today, that's the Millionaire's Founders Kit. By the way, I had $841 million of real estate under corporate structure before the coma. I even wrote books, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, and Become the Bank too. Don't forget, winning the game of business. So the bottom line is pretty simple to you. I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years. Every Wednesday night, there was a line around that hotel trying to get a hold of me. I used to sell those 18 books and CDs for $20,000 a pop. So the reality today, when Credit Hotline went home, we found out in their warehouse they had my books and CDs my wife donated during the coma. If you ever want the blueprint for 1,000 rules, all right, those 18 books and CDs will show you how he brought in the $2 billion, the $840 million real estate, how to leverage money 84 different percentage ways, and now across the globe. Oh well, the office sells it for $999. I told them today I'd discount it to them to get their bonus for them. Normally $999. Today, if you Zelle it or call them immediately, they'll give it to you for $299. All 18 books and CDs. That covers the shipping and handling too. You see, I love Zelle. I think Zelle is one of the greatest things we ever got. All right, I personally protect your privacy and ours. Zelle is instant. I like that. Or a wire deposit. Merchants and banks have been hacked so many times, I don't trust them at all. That's just my opinion for you. So take a picture of this page today, please. Zelle wire deposit. That's how we get paid to expedite everything that we do. So today, you got a choice. You see, I like to rebuild your life, your credit. I want to do a rapid rescore. I want to get you a credit line. Would you like $1 million or would you like 100,000? Let me know. I want you to remember everything in your pocket or purse today in credit. Look at them. They have to be at 25 to 29%. You jack up that damn card, your score drops. You get stuck, you can't get any more. You're using the wrong money, ladies and gentlemen, in the first place. You've been using the wrong money since day one. You never use your personal credit, ever, for a business. You have to be called a CFO. You have to be qualified as a CFO for the corporation. Why would you ever take money from your family? All that does is bring the pain home. So today, it's like talking to those people on the phone. That was fun. I found out 4 out of the people I talked to, they're in check systems. I got to teach them how to block it and get past that too. All right, or then one says, I want this so bad, Ray. I've known you since 2002, but I don't have the money. I said, don't give me your damn excuse. You Zelle a damn deposit today. You lock it in, let me order the reports and start building you. Procrastination is the stupidity of man or woman. Don't you ever give me that excuse, I told him, because these cards are great. Let me tell you something. Golds and platinums are the only cards that 29% rule doesn't affect. And I can push them up to $1 million. And top of that, guess what? We get them paid over time. And the points you earn every year pays as fees times 3. So if you want one, let me know. I like getting certain people, all right, 10 at a time. Did you know they allow 99 more cards off one card? That's 100 million. That's too much for you. So let's just get you one at a time. Then if you want 9 more, let me know. So today, as I said, I'd help those people trying to get their Christmas bonus today. It's normally, I charge $9.99 to build it all up for you and take it off my dashboard too. The next thing is I always provide you a phone call. You see, I don't want you to screw up this card. So after you get the card, I want to call you personally and hold your hand. Now today, if you did it today means today. I had a lady the other day or this morning called, I want to get that Black Friday special. I grabbed the phone, ma'am, today's not Black Friday. All right, you should have did it that day. You blew it. Even with the deposit, you could have been locked in, but you didn't wait till today. Sorry, this is the price today. And that's the way it works. Today, $4.99. I'll get you a gold card, add it to your collection. Zelle wire deposit. Yeah, you'll still get the phone number with me. By the way, when you want to make some real money, real estate will make millions of dollars. So do a duplex, a fourplex, an apartment complex, and a fixer-upper too. Now, if you allow me to get you a franchise, because I'm connected to that too, I'll get you a pizza, a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, and a Wendy's if they have the beef. Profit sharing too. Did you know something? I was the incorporator for rich and famous people for years. I taught them how to leverage money and credit 84 ways into $100 million to start out with. You only need 4 ways for you today. Now let's look at a Lamborghini, my favorite car. You see, here's the problem. Today, I can guarantee the 96 people that are here right now, you drive a car, it's registered to you. You're a duck. You bump someone's car, they're going to sue you and take everything you got. Sorry, you're doing it wrong anyway. You see, rich and famous people, they drive company cars. And they write it all off. But not you. You're getting your paycheck. Oh, goody. It's already been taxed. You get the leftover. You pay for a car you should not. Then you're taking the money and the credit from the family, rolling the dice and going, wee, honey, let's hurt the family some more. Stop it. I don't get it. It doesn't compute with me. So the reality is your paycheck, I hear it's called taxable income. Are you paying the payment, the gas, registration, insurance out of your tax? Are you kidding me? You ought to be yelling the word no right now. I got to teach at the workshop on Saturday morning to get what? A car at fleet price and tax ID. You got the way to play the game. Now let's look at an SS4 times 4, please. Let's remember something. Please listen carefully. SSN, SS4 comes the IRS. These are the rules and tools. SSN, you get 1. You're the duck. Congratulations. SS4 times 4. Oh, goody. Look what it says on line 10. Banking and credit purposes. We get to write off the card of the interest rate too. Your problem is some of you want to bitch and complain about rich and famous people. They don't pay enough tax, Ray. Shut up and join them. We pay tax on gallon of gas and property tax too. You ought to understand how to play the game. You got your tablet and pen? Write down the 4 boxes right now. Corporation, 3 more boxes too. You see, we're going to pretend that's a grocery store or a bank right now, because you know what they've got? They got a branch location number 2. Guess what happens? Debt follows SSN, SS4. In 1986, I wrote the rules. Guess what? Where you been? Set up the line of defense. If something goes wrong with one of those pieces, we're going to do like that bank or that grocery store did. We're going to bankrupt the piece, write it off on our taxes, and stay in business today. And we're sure not going to bring the pain home, because that's called stupid. Why would anybody do that? You got 10 days to play with me. By the way, today's your last day to set it up. And if you don't do it today, you're never going to do it. Because why? You got too many excuses today. When I do divisions, I add history, tax ID, and do usually 3, because I like the pattern of 3. So what happens? Pretty simple. They're $500 apiece. But I told that sales team I'll help try to get their bonus today. If you listen very carefully, or if you want 3 divisions, tax ID, and histories today, first time, you get it today for $5.99. If you don't do it today, forget it. Don't call tomorrow and ask that question. So you got Zelle, wire, deposit. Kind of fun. Now let's remember something. An SS4 gets you credit if you allow an affiliate like me to set up the credit report for you. So we can get you an Experian, a TransUnion, and Equifax too. How many would you like? Use the right money and you get to write it all off versus hurting your family. I didn't get a family. And that pisses me off to no end. Until I got a wife and kids, I swore I would never bring that pain home. And I never do. So you got to realize something today. There's always 6 out of 100 that when I add your history to the dashboards, you get green lights and you go clickety-clack. And you go after the invitations that get in the mail. My point is very simple. Do not screw up a rapid rescore in what I'm going to do. During that 90 days, you're not allowed to apply for credit. Now, if I tell you to do 1 or 2 things, get it done. If you take longer to do that, that's on you. Because if you do what I tell you to do, guess what? All I need is 90 days after that. But again, you got a choice. I want you to write down SSN times 4. You see, we're not done giving you some rules and tools today. Corporation, don't you dare name it after you. That's called dumb. Don't name it what it does. That's double dum-dum. Set up the line of defense. Ooh, I like credit. If I have 5 houses, I got 5 divisions or subsidiaries. Same thing with franchises and current business. If you allow me to, I can get you up to $100,000, up to $1 million, if not more, under a tax ID. You get to write off the interest rate in the card. I already told you, I like to get you $100,000 of personal credit. Can't write off the card or interest rate at all. Never hurt your family again. Never bring the pain home. Ray's rules are pretty simple. SSN equal to 1040 tax return. That was it. SS4 says banking and credit purposes. Ooh, I love the IRS's rules. All we have to do is master the rules and tools and play their game. We get to win too. There you are. One of these and all the ones you want over here too. And you get to write it off and have fun. Why would anybody bring the pain home? Oh, I'm sorry. I had one lady tell me this morning, because Ray, I didn't meet you yet. Where you been? I've been doing it for 43 years. I had one this morning and said, Ray, I heard you died. I didn't know you're back. That's okay too. Credit rebuilding. I'm going to rebuild your credit my way. We're going to seal the record. We're going to do a rapid rescore, add a bunch of history, and have some fun to get you an 820. Now, the office sells it for $9.98. That's a good price. But me, today, I'm going to give you a $5,000 card at the end of the program too. And what I'm going to do is pretty simple. I'm going to offer it to you for $4.99. Half price, $5,000 of credit back to you. Like the one client this morning, I said, sorry, no excuses. You wire, you Zelle, or go to the Chase Bank. You deposit. I don't care if it's a damn partial payment. You lock it in. That means you're serious. If you pay in full, good. You get the goodies too. The bottom line is procrastination kills everything. It's like the starter package to be a millionaire. Do you want to be a millionaire, yes or no? Don't raise your damn hand because the answer is no. Don't you ever say you want to be a millionaire. Out of $1 million, you keep $375. The IRS gets the rest. How many of you want to be a corporate millionaire? I do. I don't have to pay tax till I make a profit. You see, that's how it plays out. Get you the 820. Also, this tax ID. I want you in my setup class for 90 days and level 1 for divisions 2. I want you mastering the rules up here. No one can take that away, ever. The office sells this for $1,999. See, it always comes with $10,000 of credit. You see, I want you to understand something. I want you stuck with me with no excuses anymore. Now, I want to make sure you understand today. If you did it today, it's $999. You get half price. You've got to help save their Christmas bonus. The Millionaire in the Making workshops too. The difference on this one, instead of $3,995 today to you, we're going to hand you $25,000 of credit. And what's going to happen is pretty simple. It's $1,999 today. So figure out which one you want and make a commitment today. Lock it in. And if you can do it right away, we got to order your reports. We got to set the corporation, the divisions too. We got some work to do in the next, 10 working days. Zelle, wire, deposit. Take a picture. You're going to need it today. Don't worry. Nobody on the planet teaches what I teach. All right, God only made one of me. Thank God for that, huh? By the way, you bring a referral, we'll get you another $1,000 of credit for you. So what do we get to do? If you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, that's kind of fun, but you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. Why don't you go to raiswebinar.com, get the full overview, and never bring the pain home? I want you to understand something. All I had as a child and as an adult, shitheads in my life. Everybody has always hated me in school because when you got the answer and you read the book, the teachers don't like you either when you got total recall. Kind of sucks. And you're driving a Lamborghini at 14 and a half because you lied and stole someone's birth certificate like I did at Orange Coast College, and the night crew supervisor for Lucky Supermarket too. They hated me. What the hell do I care? It's lonely at the top. Guess what I heard? At 7 and a half. It's right in front of you. It's about time you understand knowing how to play that game too. Chapter 18, corporations. Oh, by the way, it's not legal advice at all. It's right in front of you. Read it. A corporation's a legal person. Did you know a corporation has more rights than you and me? So let's understand the United States of America Incorporated too. They set up the 50 states. They're all corporations too. And you know what the state did? They set up their line of defense too. Why haven't you set up your line of defense for you? You like bringing the pain home? I mean, I don't get it at all. Every state has the cities. Cities are corporations too. See, understand something today. All right, they even created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case they needed to file a bankruptcy on a piece and never bring the pain home. This is your constitutional right. But again, that's up to you, because you are we the people. Do you not know that or not? But it's a choice. Not only the Supreme Court says so too. You know, when Nixon took the gold standard out, he gave them the key to the printing press. And all they do is print money 24/7. That's why they do the census. Now, let's remember, you and me, when we were a teenager, we got our SSN because we were told to, like a bunch of sheep. We got the job, you're probably learning today, it connected to the 1040 tax return. There's Mama. She delivered a beautiful baby this morning. The hospital, federally mandated, all right, must hand Mama an SSN form. The baby's going to get a Social Security card before the baby goes in the stroller. Car seat goes home. They got to know how much money to print. Don't you get this yet today? They're playing the game. Why aren't you? SSN, safety credit. Corporation, SS4, we get credit for the corporation. Then we set up the line of defense. Division, subsidiaries, and more. Just like that grocery store or that bank you see in your neighborhood that shut down and wrote it off on their taxes, they're still in business today, but not you. You like bringing the pain home because you don't learn how to play. By the way, I learned this and had to master it by the time I was 9.5 years old. Stop bringing the pain home. If Trump can do it, you can do it. Rich and famous can do it, so can you. If the city can file bankruptcy, so could you. But they never brought the pain home. Why did you? Because you didn't play the game. Business has to be a game. And I broadcast twice a day, live, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday. I've been doing this for 43 years. I don't like pre-recorded crap. So very simple. At 1 o'clock on Saturdays, when I do the analyzation for you, if you're in that rotation, and I tell you to do 1 or 2 things, get them done. You're the only one that takes longer than 90 days, and I got to wait for you. So let's understand something. Let's look at Mickey Mouse. I love Mickey. Don't you like Mickey and Disney too? They filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, probably like a couple of you. They know how to play the game. So what did they do last? They got a billion in the bank. They don't want to pay tax. So they wrote an IOU to themselves. That's all they had to do. You see, if Mickey can play the game, so can you. But again, I got to get you to listen and learn. Personal credit, safety. Put it aside, 29%. Don't use it and abuse it. Over here, I know you're going to look online. Ray, I can get a trade line. Trade lines are crap. Oh, I don't have to guarantee. You want a Staples card? You see, even that you have to guarantee. I want to get you cash cards. Cash first. All right, 8 cards per division. 9 lines of credit, too. Then we'll think about supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards, too. I got to make you a qualified CFO. Don't you get that yet? You've used the wrong money in the first place. I don't get it. Why would you ever take something from the family to roll the dice when you never had to in the first place? You see the golden cards? I like the gold cards. I like because the 29% rule doesn't affect. Would you like 10 at a time? Or would you like 1? Let me know. It's pretty simple to do. I think you should have $1 million of credit for you. But that's up to you too. When I build one up, it's usually $9.99. Today, you're going to get a phone call with me, and to help them with their bonus, I'll get you one added to your collection for $4.99. It's a one-time opportunity today only. And again, Zelle, I love Zelle. I don't think merchants are good. I don't think credit cards or banks, they get hacked all the friggin' time. I want to protect your privacy because it's instant. I like instant. We don't have to track it at all. Zelle, wire deposit. Simple is how we get paid today. Remember that credit rebuilding program? Today, instead of $9.98 and $5,000 of credit to you, $4.99. One-time opportunity. From there, you want the starter package for the millionaire? Instead of $19.99, it's $999 today and comes with $10,000 of credit, and you're stuck with me for 90 days. Won't that be fun for you? It'll be fun for me. Millionaires in the Making Workshop, instead of $39.95, $19.95 today. And if you have a corporation, hell, you paid $3,000 for a piece of paper and a damn stock kit. I'm giving you the world today for $19.99, and you're stuck with me. And I'm doing the work for you. I don't want you to mess it up. Zelle wire deposit. Now, when I studied Mr. Buffett's father first, then I studied him. It's pretty simple. He owns 100 plus companies. He owns his favorite 10. He's playing the game today. Why aren't you? Why are you not playing? I'm rolling the dice. It's your turn. It's your turn to play the game and win. As an affiliate to 115 creditors, I'll tell you, authorized user is crap. Trade lines are crap too. I still got to make you a qualified CFO. You've got to understand how to do this right. 6 out of 100 screw it up all the time. Don't be one of those 6. Bottom line is simple. I'm Ray Reynolds. You can check it out. I'm the guy that invented daisy chaining of credit, 113 ways to play. I can turn these into 99 more cards. But that's $100 million for you, and that's too much. And we're going to play by the IRS's rules. You see, the only thing you get to write off is corporate credit and interest rate too. We got to make sure we understand Ray's rules and tools. We're going to do exactly what we're allowed to. We're never going to bring the pain home again because that's called silly and dumb. Now, there's some bars in front of you. That means if you have the intent to rip anybody off or defraud them, I'd be the first one to testify, get you in a court of law. Don't play that game with me. You got 3 divisions. Corporation, line of defense. Remember, I don't want your corporation to ever do business. If your corporation's doing business right now, I'm going to turn it into a division. Parent company should always get credit. Never do business, never become the duck. So let's remember the line of defense. It manages those divisions in case one goes wrong. And what are we going to do? We're going to do the 3-step. We might want to call it the Donald Trump, the Wells Fargo, the city, or the rich and famous people too. We're going to do exactly what they got to do. We're going to do the disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save the peace? Oh, well, we're going to bankrupt that damn piece like the bank and grocery store in your neighborhood today and keep all the other pieces and write it off on the taxes today. We're never going to bring the pain home. Why would we do that anyway? That makes no damn sense to me. It's about time you learn how to play. And when you bought your house, I'm sorry to say you probably did it wrong anyway. Remember I said house, car, bank account, and more? Remember something today. It should have been escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. I want you to understand something today. You got nasty attorneys on TV every day. I call them bloodsuckers. If somebody sues you and your assets aren't protected by a trust today, they're going to take everything you got. If you die, it gets stuck into probate and your family got diddly squat. Let's go fix up that property some more. You got a fixer-upper. Oh, goody for you. You're going to hire a contractor. They hire the subcontractors that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. They're probably going to cut every corner they can and slip and fall. And when they sue you for everything you got, you're going to be homeless again. That kind of sucks. Why don't you take every property and transfer it to a division of a corporation? Why don't you do an assignment of equity too? So when they try to sue you at the end of the day, heck, they're going to get diddly squat. Why not? I've had to fight for everything I've ever had in my life. So let me tell you something flat out. Today, if you don't have a trust, Google irrevocable trust. It's the one I would pick if I was you. But that's up to you too. So the bottom line is this. You got to fix up that property. But here's my problem with most people. Maybe a couple of you. You try to play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. The IRS says corporations pay tax when they make a profit. Stop screwing around. Learn the rules and the tools. You get to win too. If you screwed up in the past, go to irs.gov. See if they'll give you a forgiveness program or download the form called 656 of 433 A and B. Get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system today. Bottom line is this. When you fix that property, I want to make sure at the workshops you pay attention and get up to probably 3 to 6 more divisions. We're going to go to the manufacturer. We're going to get up to 70% off. We're not going to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. By the way, I'm the original OPM. You want to play? Understand something today. We're going to use their money to fix up that property. When escrow closes, it'll pay off all the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich because you're not. Now, honestly, did you have $10,000 to $100,000 in the past and you pissed it away and some of you are broke today? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Do you know 10,000 can be leveraged to 100,000 to $1 million? I leveraged $10 million to $100 million to $1 billion. It's not hard to do. My clients that graduated in 2008 are Cash Call, Speedy Cash, Don'tBeBroke.com, and TitleMax. I was teaching people how to sell pink slips for 30 years. Are you going to listen today? Are these suckers turned on? I pray that they are. See, you better write down Ray's rules. Leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. Set up the line of defense. Now let's understand something. Before my coma, all right, worth billions of dollars, having fun under corporate structure, my location in Irvine, Spectrum, was only 22,000 square feet. Other buildings doing $1 million a day, helping people just like you. The bank would be on the phone or at the office every morning at 9 o'clock. Ray, what can I do for you today? Banks always kiss your assets when you got the money. You don't got a pot to piss in. Hell, they don't know your name. You need to learn how to leverage money at least 4 ways. There's 84 ways to play that. Banks borrow from the feds times 10. And if you did it my way, that could have got you up to times 5. You know what borrow money is? It's not taxable. That means I could have took $2 million of that $3 million, bought a McDonald's today. You want a Big Mac or fry and a chocolate shake too? You see, Mr. Clinton, Fishborn, and Mama, they're my clients. You're going to step up. When I said I was the incorporator for rich and famous people, how about Michael Janet too? How about Kurt Cobain? How about Kevin Costner? How about Arnold as well? Even Chuck Norris. How about Freeway Ricky Ross? The bottom line is, I can change anybody's life. It's your turn. College professor, Biola University too. You're going to have to beat your doubt. You're going to have to run your own race. I'd like to coach you the rest of your life. That'd be kind of fun for me. I'll get you to $1 million, $1 billion. Cash flow, free up your time. Everybody talks about it, but here's the problem. They don't teach you how to play. You know what I teach you? C191D. 8 ways to loan that money today. Why don't we play a little? Let's think about loaning, all right, $10,000 to 5 people. We're going to take it off the card. The payment is $612.26, what the average person pisses away every month. You know, when we do that, we put a second trustee on their house. That's kind of fun. We put a homestead blocker and a UCC one too. If they don't pay, I get all their goodies. But you know what that did for me and did for you? You just created $2,449 per month positive cash flow. Oh, you need more? Oh, let's do the 4800 program too. Oh, you want more? Let's get to 7347 too. You have the ability to create your own cash flow and free up your time. I won't show you anything I never got it myself. I'll only show some of my goodies. From the mansions to the yacht to the helicopter too. I think you're stuck. The reality is God's gift. My favorite mansion at the time. Race boat and yacht. I parked it in the backyard. Where you park yours again? I like the helicopter, the Lamborghini, and the building too. I mean, wouldn't you? Now, do yourself a favor right now, please. Write down you're going to change your driver's license. You can cross it off after I tell you why you're going to do it. Change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address. You cashed a check recently. You showed them your driver's license. That's your home address. You're over here. It's like, why don't you go rob my house because I'm not home right now? Why don't you sue me and take everything I got? Why don't you protect your privacy and protect your assets too? The bottom line is you're going to fall down again, but this time you're going to win. See, in California, we got the Schaefer Bill. All 50 states have the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. You got to decide if you want to protect your assets today. By the way, how did you buy that last car you drive out in front of you today? What did you do? You went to a place and they sweat you for hours on end. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries too. Oh, goody for you. When they hand you the paper, you should have wrote next to your signature when they had to pull your credit. This allows 1 inquiry only. You should have took a picture. Picture lasts longer. Isn't that sweet? By the way, your car should not be registered to you anyway. Why would you register a car for you? That makes you a duck. Don't you see these nasty attorneys on TV? Get to the workshop. Let's talk about getting car at fleet price and tax ID. By the way, hypothetically, what if you went to the grocery store or the bank today and you did a little bumpity bump? They're going to die. They all want their free ride. They're going to ask you for your driver's license, your insurance, your registration, please. Your driver's license has what? Your home address on it? Oh, goody. The insurance, are you paying that out of your paycheck when a corporation could pay for it and write it all off? Now, you're not the registered owner. Are you kidding me? They're going to call those nasty attorneys on TV. They're going to sue you. They're going to take everything you got. You see, the registered owner of any vehicle today should be a division and not you. You should make sure they get diddly squat at the end of the day. But again, that's on you too. I told you I want to repackage your whole life. You ready to play? Set up the line of defense, never bring the pain home. It's up to you. Divisions if you want today, because I got to help them save their bonus right away. Instead of $1,500, $500 a piece, 3 tax IDs and histories too. You get it for $5.99 today only. But again, if you let it pass you by, oh well, that's on you. Zelle, wire, deposit. The ultimate goal is this. No matter what happens in life, we get our assets kicked. Didn't matter when we're worth billions of dollars, helping people left and right. Made all the money before I did my seminars and workshops anyway. Just want to dedicate myself to help people like you. So what did I do on July 3rd, 2009? I took my corporate yacht from my backyard. That's the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. There's the address. Check it out. You'll find out I'm not fully you-know-what. I said fill it up. It was $1,600. I wrote off the interest rate, the card, and the yacht. Why not? But then the next day, because someone came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia and killed me. That kind of sucks. Maybe today you wear a mask too. But again, 5 weeks walking with an oxygen tank, put my score back to an 820. I popped $1 million card again. I don't stay down. From now on, neither will you if you play with me. See, God's using me to help you. I want you to master Ray's rules. And I love this picture. That's why I use it. It makes you pay attention too. All right, I'm keeping my promise. I named my son and my daughter after me. The Ray Reynolds University will be my legacy. And by the way, that's that 22,000 square feet building too. You see, you got 10 days left, starting now. So if you don't want to play, sorry, I can't help you. No matter what you say or do, you better be calling the office right away. That Lamborghini in that building, reaching the dream, thinking be the impossible. I've done it all my life. I've been told no 1 billion times, put down 2. But I like it's lonely at the top, don't you? The bottom line is give me 90 days. I want to repackage your whole life. I'm going to do the work for you. All right? And that's every seminar, workshop, and boot camp you ever go. I'm the guy doing it. I don't pass the buck. You're stuck with me. You can trust a written guarantee or your money back. The only time it takes a little longer, if I told you to do 1 or 2 things and you didn't follow through fast enough, but remember, that's on you. The ultimate goal is like motivation today. I love motivation. I listen to it all the time. At the end of the day, if they're not handing me the $100,000 to $1 million of money or teach me how to do that, what am I supposed to do at the end of the day? Stay stuck? No, thank you. See, you got a story to tell too. I want to get you an 820 credit score. I want to get you up to $100,000 of credit. I want to get your corporation in divisions up to $1 million of credit too. I want you to stop being stuck. What's next for you is pretty simple. It's me. You get to stay with me. I'd like to coach you the rest of my life. It's fun. I like turning people into millionaires and billionaires. But again, you got to master the rules here so no one can take it away from you. You don't have to bring the pain home. You never had to in the first place. So today, I want to repackage your house, your car, your life, and your bank account too. But again, I'm trying to save their Christmas bonus today. So today you get some little discounts like the $9.99 for all the books and CDs. Today, no, not instead of good in the $4 and $9.99. All right, it's $2.99. But today, not tomorrow, not next week, it's today, $2.99. You would Zelle, wire, deposit. Pretty simple thing to do, and we'll ship it today or tomorrow morning, first thing. Credit rebuilding, I got to order your reports today. Today, not next week. Instead of $9.98, today I'll give it to you for $4.99, half price. Still hand you the $5,000 card. And you get to the workshops with me. Oh, starter package up to $1 million? That's kind of fun. Articles, also tax ID, and workshops with me, $10,000 of credit. Today it's $9.99 to you. You get half price and you still get $10,000 of credit, and you get me doing the work for you. You're going to learn to master these rules and tools pretty fast. Millionaires in the making workshop too. Instead of $3,995 today, not tomorrow, $1,999 to you. You better do a couple things. And I love Zelle. I don't care what anybody says. I think it's the greatest thing. I don't trust banks. I don't trust merchant accounts too. So the bottom line today, use Zelle, wire, deposit. That's what you got to do. Now, how did the 14th Amendment make corporations into people? It actually did. Understand something. I love the United States of America. I really do. The reality is this. Anything I've ever done in my life, I mastered the rules and the tools. All right? My teachers hated me. Okay? But again, that's just the way it works. Corporation, the United States of America, they are a corporation. They maintain 50 states. They're corporations too. See, they set up their line of defense. And the states set up their line of defense too, called cities. They plan if there was a problem, they came up with a Chapter 9 bankruptcy too. Isn't it your turn to set up your line of defense for you and your family too? But again, it's a choice. Never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. No house should ever be in anybody's name. From there, when you get a corporation, please don't name it after you. All right, some of you got to have to change yours right away. Don't name it what it does, because you want to do more than one function, right? Up to $1 million of credit. And the next thing is set up divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. You see, setting up the line of defense is how rich and famous people understand how to play the game. And Chase Bank closed down locations too. Wells Fargo, B of A, U.S. Bank, all of them did. They bankrupted the piece, wrote it off on their taxes. You got to master Ray's rules too. You get to play the same game if you want to. So today, plan on the problem. How'd you get knocked down the last time? Friend and family too? Safety, credit, line of defense. You got a lot more to learn at the workshops with me. You just begun, by the way. All right, 2020. See, that's your first fiscal year. January 2nd, on its second year. See, when I fill out an application for you up to a line of credit for $150,000, I get to put it started in 2020, even though I'm doing the application in 2021. I don't have to have a tax return then, up to 9 of those, $150,000 apiece. That's $5.4 million of credit in a checkbook. You want one? You better be, what, today? Calling that office right away. Now, the American dream, everybody talks about it. But if they're not telling you or handing you the millions and billions, to me at the end of the day, sorry, it's still blah, blah, blah. You got to remember, you got to receive money every month. Pay your bills. Drive a company car, never own one at all. Go on a business trip, never a vacation. Help other people, free up your time. Understand something. Set up the line of defense. Master Ray's rules and tools. So the credit rebuilding today, pretty simple. Half price, $5,000 card, $499. You want the starter package to become a millionaire corporation? You get it, instead of $19.99, it's $9.99 today, and you get the $10,000 of credit anyway. And you're still stuck with me. From there, millionaires in what? In the making workshop? Instead of $3,995 today, you're getting $25,000 of credit, and you're literally getting $1,999 to you, and I'm doing the work for you. I got no excuses, but neither do you now. Zelle, wire deposit. You got a choice at the end of the day. We all have to stay safe and strong. If you're wondering what's next to come, it's you and me. Let's build a relationship today. Just like when I took those phone calls from all those people this morning, they were non-clients. I like answering questions. I like to have fun. But I like to make sure I turn them in to $1 million corporation. Bottom line is I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. Everything we bring in takes care of the people that are here today, making sure all the work is done too. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. You got 10 days. Now you got, all right, 9.5 days. If you're wasting time, stop it. You got the ability, and because they're motivated today to save their Christmas bonus for all the disasters they've went through too, you better be picking up that phone. It's toll free. It's 800-510-3338. 800-510-3338. At the end of the day, no matter what I say or do, you're stuck with me. I won't let you down. But if you're not calling that phone number right away, you just let yourself down. Remember, God loves us all.